welcome back. We're here at the Fine Wine and Good Spirits store in Paley, Pennsylvania. Today joining us is Chef Patrick Feury of Nectar Restaurant in Berwyn, Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining us, Chef Patrick Feury. It's a pleasure to have you here on the show again.
Thanks, thank you very much. It's really fun doing these shows, and I'm really happy to be here, in the wine store, and yeah, we're gonna do some fun stuff.
So tell us what you have cooking on the menu that you're gonna make for us today.
It's about some really good ingredients. We got Skuna Bay salmon, which is out of the Northwest Pacific. Really, really good. It's kind of like wild, but not really farmed. They got a really good secluded space where they
sustainable or
yeah,
something?
completely. Okay. And they have, one person touches it until we get it here. It's really neat stuff.
I like that you support that.
And also we have some really fun vegetables here. We got some carrots, three different kinds. We have purple, we have red, we have white.
And I see you have a bunch of herbs. Some of my favorite frozen herbs that I keep in my freezer, the Durrell.
Right. Yeah, with a little bit of chilies for a punch out of Durrell, and also the parsley out of Durrell as well. There's a lot of different types of pickling brines that you can use for cucumber salads, different things like that. In Sweden, I know they have 1, 2, 3, which is 1 part vinegar, 2 part sugar, and 3 part water. This one's going to be an even across the board. And it's one thing about pickling is that you can really kind of adjust your recipe depending on your palate and how you like it. I really like a little bit of punch with the vinegar, so I kind of up that, and then more, getting more.
The area smells aromatic of vinegar.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It's nice. Preparing these vegetables, one thing is that I really like to clean them well, but when I'm pickling and doing things like that, what I do is I actually blanch them in boiling water, just in and out, and chill them. And this way it just kind of cleans them up, because you're going to kind of keep those vegetables in your refrigerator. You can keep them in there for up to like 3-4 weeks. We're going to actually put our pickling together. So we're just going to start with our sugar, vinegar, and then I'm actually going to let the vinegar and sugar cook here first. And what I just want to do is just bring it up so that the sugar dilutes. And then I like to put the seasonings in right away, because that'll kind of bloom in there as it's cooking. So we're going to use a tablespoon of each. Mustard, coriander, juniper berry, black pepper, and then bay leaves. And bay leaves I just kind of like to actually crunch them up.
Get the essence really going there.
And then you're leaving them in there and they don't get in the way. And we have some of these.
These I find are great because I can leave them in my freezer, and then anytime I need something fresh, without all the chopping and out of the work, and without having to worry about if the ingredient's fresh or not, or even if the grocer's going to have them, they're great.
It's really cool, because when I was living in Paris and working in a restaurant there, and we used to take ice cube trays and make our demi-glace and put them in there. It's the same concept.
They've done the work for you.
Exactly. So
just turn them over and pop them out.
And the fact that they're fresh and then they're frozen, it's just, they're really, the flavor kind of stays right in there. So they're really good stuff. Then we're going to work on our salmon. We're going to get our salmon nice and seared. What I like to do is season it. We'll let it sit for like a minute, and we'll season it pretty generously. And then we'll pat it dry when it's ready to go. And the secret about this, and I think, it's funny because I have a lot of guests who ask me about it, and the secret about it is really getting a caramelized, crunchy outside, and then getting it just so it's almost cooked through, and it's not quite cooked in the middle, so you kind of got to...
What's the tip to doing that without the skin and everything to make it crunchy? Caramelized.
We're going to get a hot pan.
Okay.
So we got a nice pan. We're going to put some olive oil in there. Okay. Well, I want to get that oil nice and hot. We're going back to our pickling liquid. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our water after all of the sugar's been diluted, and that's an equal amount of water.
It really looks beautiful.
And
see the chili.
Yep. And then we're going to drop these right in here, our vegetables. And we're going to let them sit. The great thing about this, just bring it in. What I like to do is just bring it up to a boil once, pull it off the stove, put it into a stainless steel container, put it on ice, drop it into an ice bath, and then put it in your refrigerator and keep it there for a month.
But I like the fact that you're incorporating it in a dish, so you can actually see how it works for an entree or dinner.
Right. We want to get these, and I really want to get the whole outside of the fish nice and brown.
So that's why you have enough oil in the pan to make sure that you're covering all the parts that you want to cover in the salmon.
Right, so we want to get a nice caramelized, and the goal really is to get the whole outside brown, and the inside what we want to do is cut through, and it's still like not quite cold, but it's still rare. It's getting there, really nice. I'm going to flip it over right now, and really we just want to kind of get it on one side, and you want that like golden brown color on there. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. So then what we're going to do is we're going to work on the vegetables next. These will come up to a boil, okay? And then at this point, we're ready to kind of take them off and put them in the refrigerator, like put them into a pot, cool them down, and then they're ready to go. I got some pea tops here. Throw them in here. And
like pea sprouts?
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. And just fold those in there. And then what I like about, what the fun thing about the vegetables themselves is that they're going to, they have almost like a vinaigrette flavor in themselves, so.
So is there a wine you like to pair with this? I mean, because there's a lot of vinegar in there, there's the greens, there's the salmon.
I think a little bit of spiciness, so I think I would go with like kind of an Alsatian, either like a dry Riesling or a Gewürztraminer. So we're going to take these out. These are ready to go. I always like to do things in odd numbers. Kind of like play
element of surprise.
Exactly.
All right, Chef. This looks so tender. I bet I don't even need a knife. So use this fork and just cut
Just
right
slide
in.
apart. Yeah. You want that nice
Crispy
red.
skin.
Nice red. Take one of these.
All right. I'm gonna go for a turnip. No, this is radish. It's hot. It was really good.
So these are, yeah, these are fun, and these are, you can use these just as themselves, like the vegetables themselves. It's just kind of like something to put out for the party, even cold. They're great.
Thank you, Chef Patrick Feury. Looking forward to coming back to Nectar. It's great to have you on the show again.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Cheers.
you.